Governments have been challenged to move from advocacy to action in implementing the Safe Schools Declaration that will guarantee the safety of children and teachers in schools. According to the United Nations Committee on the Rights of Children, over 41,000 schools have been completely closed down this year alone due to conflicts and violence, hence risking the future of the young learners. Opening the 5th International Conference on the Safe Schools Declaration in Nairobi, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi noted that the integration of Safe Schools Declaration in the Competency Based Education curriculum is underway.
Attacks on schools over the past 5 years that include killing and abduction of teachers and students, airstrikes on schools, occupation of schools by armed groups, and sexual violence against students inside education facilities is on the rise.
Behind each of these numbers is a child whose dream has been shattered, a teacher whose commitment has been tested.
It is against this backdrop that children's rights champions drawn across the globe unanimously agreed on the need to prioritize the well-being and safety of children and teachers in schools.
Girls may be exposed to sexual violence, trafficking and child marriage, while boys are often at a heightened risk of recruitment into armed groups, forced labor, or other forms of exploitation.
During the 5th International Conference on the Safe Schools Declaration in Nairobi, 122 member states, including Kenya, adopted the Safe Schools Declaration.
These guidelines clearly articulate that educational facilities should not be used to support military operations, and the rights to education must be upheld.
We aim to keep the Safe Schools Declaration high on the global agenda and help governments translate commitments into concrete changes on the ground.
The clarion call was for governments to move from political commitments to tangible action.
Under the weight of conflict, the costs ripple far beyond the classroom. Labor markets shrink, cross-border trade declines, and regional integration efforts falter.
As part of supporting the movement, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi noted that Kenya is already implementing the Safe School Declaration.
The government is enhancing teacher preparedness for crisis situations, strengthening psychosocial support, and ensuring continued access to learning in conflict-affected areas.
And action is only meaningful if it safeguards the future of our children.
Mudavadi also observed that artificial intelligence and digital platforms have opened new pathways for misinformation, cyberbullying, radicalization, and exploitation, particularly among learners.
Technology has now come with its challenges. As we embrace it, how do we make sure that our schools are safe?
As this unfolds, stakeholders decried budget cuts on education sector.
The funding crisis is truly acute. An estimated 2 million children in humanitarian setting risk being out of school by the end of 2026.
Opito Chemtai for Prime Edition.